Every superhero draws their strength from something supernatural, and it's no different for Namor. Unlike in the original comics where Namor is Prince of Atlantis, the movie Black Panther Wakanda Forever portrays him as the mutant leader of the Mesoamerican-inspired city of Talocan, an underwater nation deeply rooted in Aztec mythology. His people recognize him as a god and call him Kukulkan, meaning the feathered serpent. Now, Namor can fly, he has super strength, and can breathe both in and out of water. And what gives him these powers in the comics is being half Atlantean and half human. In the film, his father is unknown, and Namor is born of an indigenous woman of Yucatan, Mexico, becoming a mutant as a result of his mother drinking a magical underwater herb while he was in her womb. Even his name takes on a new meaning. In Atlantean, Namor means avenging sun, but in the movie, it's basically a compound word in Spanish meaning no love. Now, rather than being labeled a villain, he's more of an anti-hero, committed to protecting his people by any means necessary. Now, the movie also takes creative liberties in a way that I think is the most unsettling power ever to be given to a people group in the MCU. The warriors of Talocan emerge from the water and use music to hypnotize people into drowning themselves. It's unsettling because it's frighteningly realistic. Let me explain. What does it mean to be hypnotized? Simply put, it means to be under the control of someone else. Jimi Hendrix is widely regarded as one of the most influential electric guitarists in the history of pop music. He said, "Music is a spiritual thing of its own. You can hypnotize people with the music, and when you get them at their weakest point, you can preach into the subconscious whatever you want to say." Dr. Michael Ballum, professor of music at Utah State University, agrees with Jimi Hendrix. In his statement, the human mind shuts down after 3 or 4 repetitions of a rhythm, or a melody, or a harmonic progression. Now, usually when people think of hypnosis, they think of a swinging pendulum, but Satan is more intelligent than that. The pendulum has been replaced with repetitive words or patterned music. Ezekiel chapter 28 verse 13 describes Lucifer as a musical being. God, who is the creator and originator of music, didn't take away Lucifer's capabilities when he was kicked out of heaven and became Satan. And in the story of David playing his harp for King Saul, we see how music is powerful enough to make demons flee and rid a human of depression. Well, the opposite is also true. A.P. Miriam in the Anthropology of Music said, "The importance of music, as judged by the sheer ubiquity of its presence, is enormous. There's probably no other human cultural activity which is so all-pervasive and which reaches into, shapes, and also controls so much of human behavior." Psychologist Annette Shermer shared a report at the Society of Neuroscientists that said, rhythmic sound not only coordinates the behavior of people in a group, it also coordinates their thinking. The mental processes of individuals in the group then become synchronized. Rhythm facilitates our interpersonal interactions in terms of not only how we move, but how we talk and think. And this is evident in how easily music changes the mood in a room. It can create an atmosphere for someone to command any type of behavior they want upon a group. Music can cripple the power of the will, and it can take control over someone's mind. Sure, there are hypnotists who say that some people have minds strong enough that they cannot hypnotize, but the exception is not the rule. The ear has more nerve connections over the entire body than any other organ. As a result, what you hear has a profound impact on various aspects of your being, including your thoughts, actions, and even your spiritual practices. Therefore, sound, or music, which is the manipulation of sound and silence, can hold significant influence over our behavior. Think of the subduing effect of the Gregorian chant, the energizing effect of the song sung by the South African football team at the 2023 FIFA Women's World Cup, or the hopeful effect of harmonizing congregational singing of hymns in church. Music affects us both positively and negatively. In Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, the only form of defense from the hypnotic sounds was to use earplugs.
Hey, Smitty, earplugs.
Or to completely remove yourself from the environment. Now, I'm not saying we should all go around wearing earplugs or completely isolate ourselves from music, but in a world where music has power to hypnotize, to influence our behavior, and to shape our thoughts, let's be more mindful of the melodies we let into our ears and the rhythms we allow to resonate within our hearts. Are we embracing melodies that uplift us, inspire us, and empower us as God intended? Or are we surrendering our control to rhythms that manipulate our emotions and steer our actions? Take a moment to examine the music you surround yourself with and ask yourself, am I in control?